Hey, Unstuckers! Welcome to Cash Fry. That's short for Casual Friday. This is where Josh and I take a mo to have a mini mastermind to reflect and keep the ball rolling on our own businesses. This week on the podcast, we talked about.
We apparently didn't repeat ourselves enough because you forgot.
Oh, yeah! We talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
repetition. Repeat, rinse and repeat. It's like air conditioning. Nope. It's like conditioning your hair.
Like air conditioning. Fun fact, Unstuckers. Chell just rolled into recording the podcast late because she was like what, 100 meters, 200 meters from her house and couldn't get home.
Accurate.
So this has been a fun start. Rolling in like a tornado, getting the technology to work. Woo!
Oh, so it's Casual Friday, guys. This is where we begin with pleasantries. Josh, how was your week? Thank you so much for making fun of me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm always here for you. First of all, let me start the pleasantries with. That's like all we can play without getting sued. So it's my birthday! Yay!
Yay!
My week is fine. I took time off. I went on a trip, and it's my birthday today. So I'm doing swell. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm celebrating your birthday from afar.
Oh,
Woo!
I appreciate it. It was my birthday for it. It was my birthday in Germany before it was my birthday here. So you're like celebrating early,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
and you're gonna stop celebrating early like a party pooper.
Yeah,
Golly.
that's also true.
How was your week, Chell?
It was kind of hectic, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a wee bit, but the real question, the real why we're here. Did you get your fucking shit done, Josh?
Oh, I like how you're adding the cuss words to the breakdown. From pleasantries to business, more cuss words every week. Let me tell you, Chell, I sure did. I had my CEO day and I took time off, as were my goals. So you're not giving my money to the American Nazi Party, which means suck it, Nazis. How about you, Chell? Did you get your shit done, or am I donating your money to the National Riffle Association?
Nay, I was very busy this week, but I was also very productive this week. So,
Mm.
hash out 3-day challenge, done, happening right now.
Woohoo!
Technically, today's the last day, but happening right now.
Right now.
2, organize course material. Not only done, but like most of the videos are recorded. Holy
Whoa.
shit.
Whoa.
Um, I was also supposed to do like an X or Y challenge. I can't remember if I said it on here or not, but I have it written down in my book for like different names for the course.
Mm-hmm.
And that went fine. I feel like people, if like there's nothing super in it for them on social media, like they just don't give two shits. But like if if people are talking about, sorry guys, this might get a little graphic, but like if moms like in mom groups on Facebook are like, oh, do you have any like nipple cream recommendations, people are like all up on that shit. But if you
Mm-hmm.
if you ask them for like, hey, does this sound cool, like is this something that you'd want, fucking crickets. So
So what you're saying is you need to pivot into the nipple cream industry,
obviously.
obviously. Do you have a nipple cream course?
I don't.
Make your own nipple cream from the kitchen. Confidence in the nipple cream kitchen. Have I said nipple cream enough?
That was a terrible example on my part, but thank you for rolling with it.
Hey, you know me. I'm always here to roll with it. Maybe too far.
I also don't know if this was like officially one of my goals, but again, I have it written down. So the email beta signups, with like the course breakdown and like sending them the money side of things. And I did that. I did that. I did that. There we go.
Good, great, good for you. I didn't have that written down, so I was not going to hold you to that one. But I'm glad you did it
Thanks.
anyway.
Cool. Well, we're here to do the things.
We're here to do the things.
You have 10 minutes and 2 seconds to tell me the breakdown of your week. I'm actually super stoked to hear about your CEO day slash week
Week/week
slash
yeah.
week slash you haven't worked in a couple of days. This is really good. Like
Yeah.
officially worked. I want to hear about
Yeah.
that. If you were able to say no or not. Are you ready? 10 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock. Go.
Okay, so first of all, it's funny because when I say I'm taking time off or I'm not working, it generally means I'm not answering the phone and I'm working. That's usually what that means. And I've realized that's what I do. And it doesn't make sense to some other people when I say I'm taking time off and then I go, cool, I'm having a CEO day and I'm like doing this training and I'm planning the business out for the next few years. Um, they're like, that sounds like work. And I'm like, it is, but I'm not being interrupted by bullshit phone calls where people want to give me money in exchange for services, which is, how I make money.
Part of the business.
But every once in a while, it's worth it to not answer the goddamn phone. So there. Uh, so what did I do this week? I had uh, my CEO day / week, and along with the lovely list of things you gave me to do last week, I took Donnie Miller's How to Build a Business, like a relatively new course on his platform, and it's kind of an overview of a lot of his other things. So some of it was repetitive for me, but like we talked about earlier this week, that's good. Um, and um, and some of it was new, but it was a great overview kind of thing to get my head around a lot of things I need to think about this week and beyond. So that was kind of nice. Like just so happened to land in my lap at the perfect time to kind of remind me of some things to think about. Um, for instance, I have a mission statement for 505 Songworks. Would you like to hear it?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I realized I needed one. And I hate mission statements in general because they're hard to make. Like everyone wants to make it sound active and engaging and fun and uh, whatever, and then nobody remembers what the hell that was. So like every time I've had a mission statement for any organization, like we've gone to my old theater company, we did like an all-day workshop on it, and we found our mission statement, and I remember it's something about igniting something. Um, I don't remember anything else. So
Like a fire. Cool,
like a
cool, cool.
fire, like there was a fire in the community, I think, something like that. Anyway, um, point being, most mission statements, they sound great when you read them, but no one fucking remembers them, even the people who wrote them. And Donald Miller has a great take on mission statements, which I absolutely am in love with. And I'm going to start using for everything, which is at the base level. If you don't want to get fancy with anything, you can just fill in the blanks. It's we will blank buy blank because blank. Very boring. But man, I can remember it. Without even looking at my notes, I can tell you what I came up with last Sunday, which was at 505 Songworks. We will bring in $1 million to New Mexico songwriters, artists, and musicians by 2024 because New Mexico musicians deserve to get paid while having their music heard. Bam.
Hell yeah.
What I like about it is it's memorable,
Mm-hmm.
and it's memorable because it's goal oriented. It's not just like we're here to serve New Mexico musician community by helping them with money things,
Yeah.
or like whatever. We're passionate about artists and da 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 blah 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 ignite and all that shit. um, so I really like it because it's goal oriented, and what that means is you can remember what it is because once like I made it so that's easier for me to remember. But once you've heard it a few times, or once any of my employees hear it a couple of times, um, then they should pretty much have it, and because it's a goal, and so we want to bring in $1 million to pay out to artists by 2024. And what that means is everyone in the organization, big or small, if it's just me or if it's more people, um, can look at what they have to do today, what's on their docket, and decide what the most important tasks are by just looking at the mission statement. Like, oh, is this task going to help this organization bring in $1 million by the end of 2024?
Yeah.
And so I like that for all those reasons. So that's my first stab at it. And then obviously in 2024, the mission statement changes. Uh,
I think that that's a really unique approach because I feel like when people look at their like mission, vision, and values, like it's set in stone, you know?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
this is what our foundation was founded on. Like that's what it has to be, but I really like the fluidity that you've taken with this.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the first shot at it. It's also a big, hairy, audacious goal. Like I'm scared of it. Like bring in $1 million in
Fuck
the
yeah.
next 2.5 years. um, but it's possible. I know it's possible.
Hell
It's
yeah.
just it's way above what I bring in now. So like for any year. Um, so at my current rate at JBit, it would take 10 years to do that. So you know, um, so I think that was very good. In general, I'll say I think I stumbled on a great thing for me in terms of working on the business SEO time. I went to Arizona and I watched some baseball games because the Dodgers were playing the Diamondbacks there, and I'm a Dodgers fan. And so I went over there and I got an Airbnb near the stadium, and it was 115 degrees, which was ridiculous. Bad timing on my part. But the good news is it was an air conditioned ballpark and an air conditioned Airbnb, and I really didn't have any other plans. So I spent all day in the Airbnb online doing the SEO CEO day stuff, and thinking about things, but I didn't do it like all day. I had a lovely break where I went to the ballpark and saw a game. I did that for 2 days, and then I came back. So I think that was great. Like the getting completely out of town, so no one could pull on me to do a bunch of other things. Having a built-in. Whoa, my phone's making noise because someone's at my door. um, Having a built-in break in the day, so it's not just like go off to a retreat and just work too much,
Yeah.
and get exhausted. Like having a fun break, like for me, watching a baseball game. So I like that. I'm gonna do more of that. I think in the future, even if it's not baseball season, like go somewhere for a long weekend and have an activity to break it up. For the most part, just disappear and be able to work on my business. Because
Yeah.
as to your question earlier, was I able to say no? No, it's very hard. As soon as I got back in town, people were like, "I need you," and I was like, "Okay, I maybe squeeze you in." I squeezed in someone yesterday, even though I'm technically closed till Monday. So
Brah.
it's a problem. But what really helps me is getting out of town, because even though I could do some things remotely, when I'm out of town, I am just so much on vacation mode,
Yeah.
which means I don't want to work. I don't feel the pull, and I just delete my phone app. But as soon as I'm in town, I'm like, I feel guilty. I'm like, well, I guess I'm here, um, so that's another reason I think I'm going to keep doing that. Like, do a 3-day weekend or something out of town.
You deserve that,
Whether
Josh.
it's what's that?
You deserve it.
I deserve it.
You
Dang it!
do.
Like I saw a meme yesterday that was like, I'm gonna butcher this, but it was like autoresponders on Europeans' emails. It says, "Hey, I got your email, but I'm out backpacking for the summer. I will return your email when I return back to the office in September." Americans autoresponders. "Hey, I got your email and I'm checking my email. I'm only gone for 2 hours for a colonoscopy, but I'll be back as soon as I can, and I'm going to check my email from the operating room." I was like, that that is my problem. Yep, I feel too guilty about taking off any goddamn time, and we all need it. So I'm going to work on that in general. But that was my thing. I think it's so important, no matter who you are and what you're doing and what your personality is. However it works out for you, it's so important to take a step away from your business to work on it, as opposed to working in it, or trying to squeeze in working on it in between working in it. Trying to like think grandiose about my business while between fixing computers is exhausting and not possible. So really taking the time to not answer my damn phone.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, that's my week. I'm very excited. I have a long to-do list, which we'll be going over in subsequent weeks of Casual Friday, because I can't do it all at once, nor should I. But I'm continuing to map out when I kind of want to do these things, and try and make, like, at least one thing a week is working on the business, and that gets done. And by the end of the year, I'll have this laundry list of things I made up for myself done.
Yay!
My business will be better for it.
Excellent. Um,
Yeah,
I'm going to introduce you to my neighbor because he's been working from home since the beginning of the pandemic, and
great.
he takes naps throughout the day and still gets paid
Mm-hmm.
for it. He goes to the gym throughout the day, still gets paid for it.
Uh-huh.
Occasionally, he'll take my dog on an extended walk, have a beer by the river, come back, and still get paid for it. So you really
That's
need to
lovely.
take a hint from my neighbor.
I mean, the problem is, as a business owner, if I go do that stuff, I generally don't get paid for it.
I understand. I understand.
If I could, I mean, I need to go back to my old job where I just, like, babysat a venue, and as long as I was in the building and they were allowed, like, renters were allowed to do their things, I got paid for it, and that was great. I don't know why I ever left that.
Because you wanted to do your own thing, Josh. Come on, stay focused, man.
Right. Also, I'd be unemployed right now because venue's closed for a year and a half.
There you go.
They're opening up again, so maybe I'll go get my old job back. Nah.
$1 million a year. That's what I need to stay here.
$1 million. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Chell, let me get 10 minutes and 2 seconds on the clock for you. Do, 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 do. And go.
Okay, so before I forget, because I completely forgot about it last week, human design. So, quick breakdown, I am a manifester, meaning I can make shit happen. And like I can see it through, but sometimes I give it to other people to follow through. So, that's kind of the gist of it. That's what I like determined from this. And second is I must inform. So, my verbiage on social media and just in like relationships around me, including my husband, I need to inform. I don't need to ask permission, but like I just need to be like, hey, like this is happening. I'm doing this here, then like you're more than welcome to join if you want to. Cool, cool, cool. So those are the two big things I learned. Second about me personally is I need to take a fucking break. Like I can be in super high creative mode, and I kind of knew this already, and my mom has kind of alluded this like throughout my life, but like I'm either on or off, right? Like I can be super, super high, like creative mode, and then literally as soon as this camera shuts off, like I'm on the couch passed out. So it's really interesting to see that, but like seeing it from like a creativity and being able to like make things perspective has been really interesting. So for example, today I took a chill morning, got like 3 hours of work done, and I was like done after that. Like my mental capacity was done. So I like sat on the couch, ate some lunch, like just zoned out for like 45 minutes. And then I went back into hardcore creative mode and did videos, like created videos for like 2.5 hours. And then after that, I was dead. I literally passed out on my couch outside, like listening to relaxation music. So it's really interesting to see the ebb and flow of it. And like in the past, I've ignored the naps and I've just drank coffee. But like taking the naps or taking the time to chill has actually helped me so much with productivity and creativity. So it's really cool to be able to feed into it rather than like saying no to those feelings. So
Mhm,
I just
mhm.
wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was really fucking cool and you
Welcome
should
to
take a
nap
deep dive.
land.
Yeah, dude, it's been life changing, especially this week. So diving into this week, you know how people are always like, "Oh my god, yeah, you got to launch this course in a week. Just create the content like week before it needs to go out." Holy shit. My mind does not work like this. Like this is what I'm talking about, like the creative highs and creative lows. I'm never doing this to myself again. But I committed to something and I need to follow through with it. So this week I did a 3-day challenge. Marketing that was kind of a shit show, to be completely honest. So my goal, if you recall last week, was to put up Facebook ads, and I did. I did successfully do that on Friday. Even though my husband was off, I was like, babe, like I gotta work for 3 hours, just like let me do my thing. Put up these Facebook ads. I was like, oh my god, they look beautiful. Facebook emailed me, they're like, your ads are working. I was like, thank you, Facebook. Didn't check on them the whole weekend like a dum dum. Monday morning, come to find out they haven't been running all fucking weekend. Facebook ads are shitty. So I like attempted again on Monday, and like I like promoted an Instagram ad. I was like, boost, 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 money, money, money. Maybe I just got it wrong the first time. Maybe like the text needs to be smaller, 20%, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, did all that. Fucking nothing. Did this 6 times. And then I texted Josh and I was like, boo boo kitten. This shit's not working. What do I do? We spent, mind you, Homeboy is up at like 6 a.m. helping me figure this out. We're Zooming from a cafe that doesn't have Wi Fi. Like, thank you, Europe. He helps me get these ads up on Tuesday, a day before this is supposed to go live. And I think they're up, but I haven't paid anything for them, so I'm not really sure if they're working, to be completely honest.
We gotta check in on that.
Oh, what a shit show. Anyway, guys,
Next
long
time.
story short, this week has been interesting. Facebook ads, I feel like I need to either just have Josh hold my hand doing them next time, or I need to pay someone to do this shit because they are a nightmare. Like, all of the blessings out there to people who do Facebook ads for a living. Holy shit. That is not my cup of tea by any means. So, yeah. Okay. So Facebook ads were like the bane of my existence this week, but that's fine. We got past it. They're up. I don't know if they really worked, to be completely honest. I took your advice, Josh, and I shared that shit with everybody, like literally everybody. And I'm pretty sure the majority of the people who ended up joining the group were from the shares of that ad, not from the ad itself, which is actually really cool. So,
Yeah.
like, definitely consider that, guys, if you are using Facebook ads in that way. Share that shit and make sure other people share that shit. Um, Second, I went live on Wednesday, and there were 2 people watching, and there's 55 people in the group, which is a little frustrating, but I get it. Like, 1 o'clock on a Wednesday, East Coast Standard Time might be a little weird, but that's what's convenient for me, and I'm not trying to inconvenience myself through this, right? Like, I live abroad. Like, this is my schedule. This is what I'm choosing to do. And like, if you want to watch the replay, cool. So I think there were a couple of people who did watch the replay, but there was no one who downloaded the extraneous material, or rather the like supplemental material. So I think I just need to like continue to go live in that group, remind people that I'm going live in that group. And there was actually advice given to me from my mastermind earlier this week, like, give something away for the people who are live. So today, if I do have
Mm.
more people who are live with me rather than just one person, I'm going to give them like 15 or 30 minutes of my time gratis to answer questions personally, one-on-one. But I might also roll that into being like, hey, like, if you join up for like this next course starting on Sunday, I'll toss in an extra 30 minutes of time just one-on-one with me, because I think that can be really beneficial for people. So that's what happened this week. And then I also realized, not only, I don't know how people do this like on the regs, but not only do I have to launch a 3-day course, but I also have to create a whole fucking program out of thin air that, I mean, technically most of the content exists, but like, I had to redo all of the video content. Guys,
Right.
this, like, it has been really intense. I have not been this organized in so long. I feel like like my calendar like actually has check marks next to everything that I've had to complete. So if you need to light a fire under your ass, give yourself like 4 days to do it and you'll get it done. Hey.
Hey.
um but I
That's how
think
my webinar went too before.
that's what I mean. Like, you just got to light a fire under your ass, right? And just do the things. So, well, I'll talk about this during like the goal aspect of it, but now that I have all of this video content created, it's just a matter of hoping that my phone and or computer can render it for me. If not, I will have to figure out my husband's PC again, and that is not my favorite thing to do, but fingers crossed that the phone can edit it, and then all of this content can be up, meaning that I have to like create the back end on the site for it. But that's kind of what the next couple of days have in store. Um, and then I guess another update that like came up from the mastermind that I'm in. Do I have like an email content strategy for the people leaving this like 3-day challenge? And no, I didn't. So I have to put that together today, Friday, for today, Saturday, and then last chance Sunday to like sign up for this course.
Hmm.
Is that something that you had in that email campaign that you sent me? Like
Yeah, I think
the
so.
last chance thing. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
I might use some of that verbiage, but I
Yeah.
think that is really smart. My only thing is though, so I guess this can be a question for you. I had people in that group from a past webinar, but I'm sure they're all still like interested in what I'm talking about. So should I email them too? I feel like that's my question. So like, should I email all
Yes.
55 people that are in that group if I
Yes.
have their email if they have their
Absolutely.
email addresses like easily accessible? Okay.
You email till they unsubscribe or
Yeah.
buy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Totally.
Cool. Yeah. I don't have any sales yet for Sunday, so that is kind of nerve-wracking. I've sent out 2 emails already. So it's I feel like it can be really challenging because like you put so much effort into this, like you're really pushing for it, and like especially with the 3-day challenge and the course launch all happening at once and taking so much like mental capacity and so much time, like you want people to join, and like I'm super stoked about it, but I'm getting progressively less and less stoked about it because like there's fewer people in the core, or like fewer people than I imagined in like the 3-day challenge, and then no one technically buying yet. So,
Right.
how do people do this on the regs, man? Like, this is a completely different world from having a brick and mortar or like business where you're just working locally. It
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
wild to me.
Very different world.
It is wild.
I mean, it's straight sales, and straight sales are hard versus some of the other methods. I mean, it's all sales, but this is like, hey, you don't know me, but buy my shit. It's hard.
Basically, yeah.
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 Yeah. Um, well, you just asked how do people do this? I'll tell you, you're on a ridiculous schedule, and good for you. But I think a lot of the courses and people who launch things and do stuff like this, who do this on this schedule, have assistants, even
Mm,
just contractors for the week or something.
yeah.
Like when I see this done, oh, time. What you're talking about done on a decent scale, there are other people running the show as well,
Yeah.
and so don't be too hard on yourself.
Holy shit.
But I think the good news is I was kind of texting you this before, like, um, even if this doesn't fly, you'll have all the pieces together, and you can learn what didn't go right about it, and you can do it again in a month,
Yeah.
and we can start the ads like 2 weeks early as opposed to a day early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Figure it out.
My only concern with that is that I really wanted feedback. Like, obviously, it's only
Yeah.
Friday and like there's still 2 more days for people to sign up, but I would love feedback from people actually taking it, you know?
Yeah, totally, totally, and that'd be great. And you could still do that on the email schedule thing. One thing I learned, when you're selling the course and you have an open cart and closed cart,
Yeah.
when you open the cart, send like 2 emails that day, like, because kind of like we were talking about earlier this week with repeating yourself. Like,
Yeah.
just because you sent the email doesn't mean they read it.
Yeah.
Just because they opened it doesn't mean they read it. So send it again, and then like once a day is good enough because there's no sales in the middle.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, is what I hear from course people, right? Like on opening day, especially if you got like a special giveaway, maybe today being your last day of the 3-day challenge, like special giveaway today, signups only, right? And then nothing in the middle, and then like 3 to 4 emails on Sunday before you close. And just keep in mind, if anyone buys on Sunday, take them off the list before you send another email.
Yeah.
You don't want to annoy them, but everyone else you want to annoy into either buying or unsubscribing,
Okay.
because otherwise, what are they there for?
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about unsubscribing. That just means not right for them, and you no longer have to waste your energy on them.
Yeah.
That said, I didn't get a ton of sales, so I think all my sales came on webinar day when I was like, if you do this by today, here's a special bonus. So
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. One thing, maybe for next time, or if there's more people in your challenge group, however we get that going next time. One thing I've seen another kind of challenge thing doing is homework, where they actually turn it in, and if they turn it in, they're eligible for a prize, and they do a drawing for a prize every day of the challenge.
I don't think I set up the guidelines for it well enough. I think because of like so much on my plate this week, I kind of like 75%ed everything. I gave homework but didn't think that through, but that's a really good point.
Yeah, because homework's great for engagement.
Yeah.
keep it short. You don't want people to feel overwhelmed,
Yeah,
but you want people to just do a thing and feel like I did a thing, and also like I engaged with her, and
exactly.
then it becomes more and more like, of course I want to continue working with her.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something I've just kind of noticed in another challenge lately, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Um, Also, just quick feedback. I love that you're like, I'm doing this mentality. Um, I think not only for you, but like for everyone in business, like that's something I recently heard, which is just great. Is so many people start a new thing, and like when you start a new thing, like when we started this podcast, I was probably guilty of being like, people are like, what are you up to? Well, I'm trying to start this podcast. That's the wrong way to say it.
Yeah.
It's I'm starting a podcast.
Yeah.
It's about X, Y, and Z. And if they're not the target audience, then it's like, if you know anyone who likes X, Y, and Z, would you please tell them about it? Because that confidence breeds so much more. And then people hear, my friend is starting a podcast. They don't hear, my friend is fucking around with something on the side. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, in one ear out the other. But if you say, I am doing this, like you said, as opposed to asking for permission or saying or floating it, like, I'm trying to do this, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm doing this. Like, I'm starting a music licensing agency and I'm going to make $1 million. Well, I'm not going to make $1 million. I'm going to bring in $1 million for New Mexico artists by 2024. Damn it.
There you go. And I think you were either a generator or a manifesting generator. Sorry, back to human design, getting super hippy dippy on you. But
Yeah.
having that mentality and being so, like, not everyone can do that, right? Like, there are some people who are out there to just like do the nitty gritty for us versus like being able to say, I'm going to do this and actually put it into practice.
Yeah.
Like, yes,
Yeah.
you could have the mentality for that, but for some people it works better than others. And I'm not trying to like diminish or like demean anyone, but like that's kind of just the inherent personality aspect of it. Super fucking cool.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, if you've ever been like that and you're like, that just feels so uncomfortable, I dare you to try it, because you'll just see the response from the other person and be like, that's different.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely the type who that feels uncomfortable. I like to float it and see what people think before I commit to things. Like, I've already committed in my head, but I don't want to let them know I've committed.
Yeah.
So, anyway, would you like your Anna Kendrick update?
Again, are we besties yet?
Anna Kendrick has not responded to us. I've not reached out in a while. I should find a new way of reaching out.
You need to find her cell phone number and just straight up text. I feel like that's the next level creepy, and that needs
Just
to
gonna
happen.
straight up stalk her. Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to happen.
I've tried Twitter and Instagram. So,
You have connections, man. Publicist. Hit up JQ.
Yes.
There
That's
you go.
right. That's right.
She's probably done her
You never
makeup
know.
before. You never know.
That's right. You never know. You never know. And JQ loves being used that way. So. Oh man. So anyway, this is your weekly update. Anna Kendrick, you're welcome to drop by anytime, because Chell really wants to be your bestie, and I really want that for Chell. Thanks.
KK cool.
And again, offer still stands, but for limited time only. I will watch your movie.
There you go. Put some motivation and some
put a deadline on it
behind it. All right, Josh. What are you going to commit to this week?
Oh, goals? All
yeah.
right. Well,
are you going to say no? Are you going to say no to people?
No, because I'm back to work.
God damn it.
But what I am going to do, because it's my birthday, is this weekend, hopefully.
I'm gonna party like it's your birthday. Gonna sip a Cardi like it's your birthday.
You got it. You got it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's my goal.
Excellent.
No, because it's my birthday, I refresh the life book on my birthday.
Oh yeah.
So it is life book refresh time for me, and I'm going to do that by the time we meet again.
Cool.
In full, because my 1 year plan that I made 1 year ago was mostly executed. Actually, it worked pretty well.
Holy shit.
there's one thing I didn't do. Like, yeah, damn it. but, but hey, I'm gonna update that, make a new 1 year plan, and then it'll be easier this time because I already have a 2.5 year plan. So I'll just kind of move some of those things forward.
Hell yeah.
A lot of things. Well, hold on a second. Let me, if I may, let me update you on a lot of things that happened because this is a whole thing.
Did you get shit done? You got shit done.
I got shit done this last year.
I need more wine for this.
Hold on. Donde my life book. There it is. Okay. Let me go to my 1 year goals.
That was very good New Mexican you just spoke.
Spanglish? Okay. 1 year. There it is. Okay. So, what did I do? I launched and experimented relentlessly on podcast startup course.
Accurate.
It didn't work, but I'm proud of having done that. I prioritized JBit in my daily schedule to make the monies.
You made a fuck ton. Hell yeah.
And I charged more at JBit. I started writing music and co-writing music again with a lot of vigor. And let's see. I so much shit here.
You turned into a sailor.
I made my music website, 505 Songworks. And I didn't make the goal of Unstuck listenership. I wanted more listeners every week, and we didn't make it during my 1 year plan. All right. So that means, dear Unstuck listener, share this with your friends. Help me out because I'm behind on that goal.
Fuck yeah.
And I took a mental health week, or at least 4-day weekend once per quarter, which is what I just completed.
Oh, nice.
I hired an executive assistant who is now turning into my director of licensing.
Your doll?
My doll. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Good shit, Josh.
Yeah. Meditated a bunch, worked out, some personal things like that.
I
worked out. So yeah. So now time to make a whole new one of those so that a year from now I can be like, look at all this shit I did.
Shit, dude, you've inspired me. I might have to use mine on my birthday now too, because my birthday just passed.
You're late. Are
you gonna sing it? I'm late for a very important date. I'm late. Are you the bunny?
Well, not now. All right, so that's my goal. It's a life book. What is your goal, dear child?
Excellent. I need to put together the back end of the website for the first week. I need to edit videos for the first week. And I also want to have week 2 videos at least recorded by the next time we meet. It's going to be a lot, kids. It's going to be a lot. But yeah, everything is course related and good vibes out there that it does the things this week. And hey, listeners, if you want to join me, hop on before Sunday. The link is, I believe, in the show notes. Hey, yo.
Yeah. If you don't put it there, that's your fault.
I know it's definitely in the show notes. I put it there yesterday.
Great.
Excellent.
Great. Cool. All right. Well, let's wrap up this casual Friday so I can go casually birthday.
Hey. All right. Well, first off, happy motherfucking birthday, Josh.
Thank you very much.
You are now on the decline of your 30s. Welcome.
I am officially, but barely, closer to 40 than I am to 30.
All right, guys.
Oh, no.
Well, that is a kind of scary, solemn close to Casual Friday. Be sure to check out our life book, like Josh just mentioned. You can check that out on unstuck.institute/lifebook. And every week, we don't do that anymore. Just kidding. We don't go on Clubhouse anymore. I told you I'm winging this shit.
Hey, if you'd like to go on Clubhouse, do it. We won't be there.
Excellent. All right, so definitely download the life book and join us next week when we have another fantastic guest on Wednesday. And obviously, join us on Casual Friday.
Yeah. Might our guest be Anna Kendrick? Who's to say?
It's definitely not.
No, it's not.
It's
We've
not.
already recorded it.
Yeah.
It's not Anna Kendrick.
All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap on Cash Fry. Have a fantastic weekend. Keep the ball rolling on your own biz. Take one tiny step a day, and you can get shit done. Ciao.
Bye, guys.